Welcome back to Packernet. Hello, chat. Nice to have you guys here. Jake, I am very impressed. I think this might be the third week in a row where you have joined during the countdown video, which
You're
is it's impressive.
All right, I'll do it every week. Just let me know.
Chris says, "Good evening, y'all." I saw a tweet a little bit ago that at first I thought it was funny, and then it just felt ironic to me. So this comes from @ChalkyNYC. He says, "I love it when I see a person who is a fan of a division rival doing a 32-team mock draft, and they just give the Packers the absolute crappiest pick. Like, keep dreaming, buddy. That's not happening, LOL." And a lot of the time I feel like when the Packers do their actual draft, both the fans, the Packers fans in the moment, and then also the rival fans feel like it was the absolute crappiest pick. Which leads you to think like, hey, if you saw a 32-team mock draft prior to, and the Packers took, say, Quay Walker or Rashawn Gary, that in the moment you would go, oh, keep dreaming. There's no freaking way. Like Quay Walker's my, number 102 prospect on my board. There's no way they're taking him in the first round.
In other words, unless that's your reaction, it's probably not a good mock for the Packers.
Exactly. I think that it's always a good thing to do leading up to the NFL draft to kind of prep yourself and get into the right headspace of, okay, what are the Packers actually going to do? Because I have in my head this perfect idea of, oh, they're going to take Jackson Smith and Jigba, or this year, oh, they're going to take, Quinion Mitchell, or whoever is your perfect pick, or like, hey, you got 10 picks and like 4 positions that you're like, this is what they will do. It'll make sense. It's perfect. And the Packers, a lot of the time, are a little bit more predictable than we make them look to be, because after the pick, we all go, should have seen it coming. So one thing that I want to do tonight is take a look at the visits that we know of that the Packers have had, and try to do our best to sort of rank / draft from this list who we think is the most likely. And if there's somebody who's not on this list, who as far as we know have not visited the Packers, but you still just think like, dude, it is a Packers pick. Like, the only reason they haven't had a visit with him is because they don't need to, because they're already planning on drafting him. So I'd like to do that, and I'd like to put together our list of not who we want them to take, but who are the guys that we think they are the most likely to take. Does that sound fun to you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny that you mentioned that, because I was just thinking, as you were talking, like, this is something I'm going to do for the podcast, and then you started describing this, and I'm like, damn it, don't say it, JJ. I want to do this for the podcast. We'll see how it goes. I might take it in a different direction. I was thinking it's kind of the opposite, where it's kind of like when you're picking teams at recess or whatever, and whoever's the last one that nobody wants, that's who the Packers are going to take. So we go like round robin, we start grabbing guys, and then when you see the last pile that nobody wants to draft, those are the guys right there that you got to start looking into. But anyways, go ahead.
No, I think that's true. And what you could do is use this as like your trial run.
Yeah.
And we've got our, little lumps and stuff that as we're going through, we're like, all right, this is actually kind of a stupid process. This is just your practice ground, and you can do it better on the podcast tomorrow.
Right. Plus, having Jake here means I can actually learn about these guys, as opposed to just like real quick pull up PFF and be like, he's good at run blocking. Next.
I'll do my best.
That also assumes you're even going to do a podcast tomorrow. I feel like you've done like one in the last week.
Well, if you don't include Packernet After Dark, then yes, I've done one in the last week. And if you don't include Packernet After Dark, you will be disappointed, because tomorrow we're doing just Packernet After Dark. But I promise we're going to get back to it soon enough. I'm just committed to this whole thing where I actually look at these draft prospects and get some opinions. And I have 2 choices: either bail on that idea and start doing the podcast, or continue. And so far, I'm holding strong. At the cost of
before we hop into this,
doing the actual podcast.
Well, you were talking about like looking at all the draft prospects, and it reminded me that Jake is like the only person I have not asked thoughts on just the overall linebacker class, because I feel like all of us came to the same conclusion within about like 5 hours of each other without talking to each other beforehand,
Yeah, it was fun.
that this linebacker class is like just not good. And Jake, I know that you love every player ever, and so I want to
Sure.
see,
Putting words in my mouth already.
Unstoppable force, immovable object. Let's see which one wins out here. Jake's enthusiasm for every player, or the class maybe not being good. What do you think about the linebackers? The middle linebackers, the off-ball linebackers.
I think if you're looking for a Mike linebacker in this class, I feel like you're going to be pretty disappointed overall. I think there are plenty of players who can work in coverage, have the instincts to play in coverage, can make plays in coverage, right? You watch, when you look at Jalen Ford play, you see a lot of that. When you look at Darius Moissau play from UCLA, you see a lot of that. I think that's when Gray does his best work. Wilson does his best work. Like there's so many of those types, and it's hard when you're like, especially in Green Bay sense. There are other teams that are looking for this as well, but when you're looking for Green Bay, you're like, all right, can this guy just stack and shed a guard or a center consistently for me? And your answer's pretty much going to be no across the board. There's a few guys who have shown the ability to do it and just haven't quite been able to do it consistently. I think that's the biggest struggle right now. And I'm sure that's something that Goody and company are looking extensively at. They're like, all right, is communicating with Halfley and everybody like, all right, can we see if Walker can play the mic? Is that possible? Or are we going to have to find somebody else? Is McDuffie going to have to take care of it? Well, they have a bunch of other moving parts at linebacker. That's going to be, I think, one of the biggest questions on the defensive side of the ball. I think we all mostly agree that like they have to add to the safety room. I think we would all prefer they add to the corner room. I know there are some people who think the corner room's fine. Sure. But like
judging by the number of visits with corners, I would guess Goody does not think the cornerback room is fine.
Yeah, I'm in agreement there. But yes, there are some folks who think the cornerback room is good. I don't know what that's based on, but it is what it is. I think the defensive line, if they don't address it, I think we could all be like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I think that, then it's like, okay, Kenny Clark extension incoming, all that stuff. But like linebacker, they need it. They don't have enough bodies there. It's just gonna be interesting to see how they view these guys, because I am not sure that the Mike linebacker is there who then can also be enough in coverage. It's very weird. Like I think Colson is good for what he can do, but then if you're drafting Colson at the same time, you're like, all right, third down, Quay and who else? Because we probably need another guy out there, and that's tough. And Eichenberg's another one. Eichenberg's a good example of like, goodness, he is everything you want playing downhill, early down linebacker. But I think there are going to be limitations in coverage, and so if they're fine having one and one on that, right, and have a linebacker who is just flowing downhill, sure, that's fine. But if they want to be more multiple, I think it's going to be a bit of a struggle.
Well, let me ask you, who's, aside from Junior Colson and Tommy Eichenberg, who are some other guys who in this class who you think actually can play Mike at a high enough level to fix the Packers' problem? Because we don't, like, to your point, we don't have one, and the linebacker free agency class is kind of garbo.
Who can play Mike? That's a great question.
Do it.
I think Cedric Gray can do it. I just need more consistency out of it. I think Peyton Wilson can potentially do it. He's in the same boat as Gray. I mean, Ford. Ford. He might get there. He might get there.
I'll take it.
You can take it. Take it. Yeah.
Jalen Ford. That's the guy right there.
I think those are the three where I go, yep, it's possible. I see the vision. I see the projection. I see the potential. Other than that, man, even the heavier guys, the Bookie Watsons and the Traven Wallaces, it feels like you probably should be further away from the ball a little bit, even though you're bigger. It's not ideal. It's not, I wasn't big on I'll admit I wasn't big coming in and oh, gotta sign Bobby Wagner. I would like to apologize for that comment.
He was the only linebacker I had any interest in
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, it's a tough scene out here right now.
It's all right. We got Eric Wilson, boys. Mike linebacker.
Hey, you know what? Love
Thou
what he
shalt
did on
not
special
besmirch
teams
Mr.
against the
Welch.
Niners.
He's going to do it. That's why Goody isn't worried about it. He's like, bro, I got Quay, I got Wilson, I got McDuffie. What else do you want, man? We're set. It's going to be like the wide receiver thing all over again, where everybody was clamoring for finding someone next to Devontae. And Goot's like, bro, we got MVS. Shut up. What are you talking about?
Yeah. It's like, do you want just another McDuffie in your room?
Right.
We already have him.
That's pretty much.
We already have him.
Pretty much it.
What do you need?
And to be fair, I think a lot of Packer fans, maybe even myself included, wouldn't mind another McDuffie. Kind of like that guy.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I think McDuffie's going to get just a buttload of snaps this year, regardless, because even if you do draft a guy, unless you draft him in the first 2 rounds, I don't think that the expectation from the Packers coaches is going to be that he's going to play every snap all year. They just don't love playing rookies unless they absolutely earn that playing time in training camp. One of the things I don't like about this linebacker class, and maybe I'm just old school, I don't like all the super light linebackers. And there's only 3 guys in this class by my numbers who hit 240 pounds. Most of them are 233, which, no knock on Peyton Wilson. I like him a lot. You guys start in this mock draft. Okay.
Trev says, shut up and mock already.
Keep your shirt on.
Funny because you said there's only a few at 240. And Nathaniel Watson from Mississippi State was 244 in Mobile. Then the combine came around. He's like, I gotta drop some weight for that sucker. And it's 233 now. And it's like, what the heck? I was like, oh, this
Probably
is
I
it.
used to like you.
Of the
gosh.
athleticism not really being quite there.
Yeah.
So what I put together here, this is just a list of everybody they have met with so far, and a bunch of guys they've met with multiple times. And so here's what I kind of want to read off to you. So in total, we've got 13 corners and 9 safeties for a total of 22 defensive backs. 8 of these guys, so over here, this is where they're currently ranked on NFL Mock Draft Database. So 8 of the defensive backs are ranked in the top 100 picks. The next group of players that they just have a bajillion of is offensive line. So there's only one guy who's really listed as a center, but I really consider Tanner Bortolini a center. So I'm really considering Graham Barton and Bortolini both as centers. And then you've got 5 tackles and 5 guards. And of those 5 tackles and guards and the 2 centers, we've got roughly 5 that are about in the top 100. I think that I'm considering Zach Zinter, even though he's at 107. I think that's close enough that I'm going to go ahead and count him.
I wonder if Zinter would be higher if he didn't get hurt in the Ohio State game. Because I think he kind of fell out of focus, right? Because he wasn't in the college football playoff. Right, because everybody had that overreaction to Penix, right? Playing really well against Texas. And they're like, oh my gosh, he's going in round 1. He's going top 10. He's right. So we didn't have that Zinter of being there in the mix of oh yeah, we're talking about this guy a lot more. He just kind of fell out of.
Literally don't know what you're talking about. Michigan did not play Ohio State this year. That game didn't happen. Back to
No notes.
Back to the real world. They did meet with a lot of quarterbacks already. So we actually got 7 quarterbacks here. The only early guys are Bo Nix and Spencer Rattler. Now, really, the only thing I think that would give me any pause about Rattler is just that his age is kind of creeping up there at 23 and a half years old. To draft him as a developmental guy behind Love, I just would kind of think they would go a little bit younger than that. Other than that, I'm fine with it. And then they did actually go with quite a few like total guys on the defensive line. So you've got 7, defensive tackle types and 4 edge rushers. We also have 6 wide receivers and 6 running backs, and really only 5 off-ball linebackers. And Edgerrin Cooper is kind of the only really early guy. They are having Trayvon Wallace in for a 30 visit, and they did have a formal meeting with him at the combine, so I would consider that some pretty hefty interest. So keep an eye on Trayvon Wallace. They did meet with Steel Chambers for some reason. Don't know why. They did not meet with Tommy Eichenberg as far as we know. So big whiff by Goody, if you ask me. That is just
Steel Chambers in that priority UDFA line, perhaps?
I guess. I mean, maybe you pick
That
up
would be
as
my
a-
guess. If it was
The big question is, do they want Steel Chambers as a linebacker or a running back? Because he spent half his career as a running back, and I think that he was about equally effective at both positions.
I love that. I've really come around to Green Bay at running back, just being like, "Oops, all bigs," and like they're just that's what they want to do, just pummel you with a Trey Benson or a Braylon Allen or anything like that, like the big dudes.
It's coming.
Like, oh, Steel Chambers played running back. What do you weigh? Oh, excellent. And so, like, I would love to see that happen. The other thing about this, I've been running some mocks on PFF, just letting the simulator go, and sometimes, or just stopping it at certain spots. Oh, man, every time I'm at 41, I'm like, I have no idea what's going to happen here, and Bo Nix is always there, which just saying. I don't know.
Vikings are going to take Bo Nix, so it doesn't matter.
Who? Vikings?
Yeah, Vikings they're going to trade up and draft Bo Nix at like 6, so don't worry about it.
No. I heard the Bears are going to take Bo Nix at 1.
That's a good point. He might not be there for the Vikings.
What if the Vikings are like trying to move up to 2 so they can take Bo Nix, and then the Bears take it, and they're like, damn it!
It'd be just like when the Bears traded up for Trubisky. Like, oh man, they got to 1, gets Trubisky. Like, are you serious? That's why you did that? You guys are stupid.
There was a lot of competition for that second pick. It's like, oh, you went to get Watson or Mahomes, right? You went to get Watson or Mahomes, right?
Yeah.
You did not.
Tyler
bribed his way to the front of the line, so we're going to pause this visit discussion. Happy Easter, fellas. Happy Easter, Tyler. Who's your guys all-in trade-up candidate if they fall to mid to late teens? Goody has traded in the first round 4 of the 6 years he's drafted. That is a fantastic question. Let's see here real quick.
Already got it.
I just want to see who else here, but I mean, if they
Bo
fell
Nix.
far enough, I mean, obviously Malik
Bo Nix.
Neighbors or Marvin Harrison Jr. Either one of those, I would trade it for. Joe Alt, dude, I'd trade it for Joe Alt. Quinyon Mitchell, I'd trade it for Quinyon Mitchell.
If Tennessee doesn't
Jared
take
Verse.
Joe Alt, they're so dumb. If he's available, sorry.
Well, the Titans are stupid, so they probably won't take him.
See, the Titans are like what everybody says about Green Bay, but Green Bay has hit on their mid-round picks at offensive line, so they're like, oh, it's fine, no problem. Tennessee consistently goes, we can do this later. That's no problem. It's like, actually, you cannot. So Tennessee, do the right thing. Do the right thing.
Speaking of stupid teams, there's a friend of mine who I'm not going to besmirch by mentioning his name, but there's a friend of mine who is trying to argue with me that Andrew Berry is a not a bad GM, and I'm really, really tempted to just go on a rant here and go through all of his draft picks and all of his stupid trades and just blast the guy for the entire show. I'm not going to do it, but I really want
Should
to.
do that for a pod.
Nobody listens to my pods.
Separate pod.
Separate pod. The all anti Andrew Berry pod on a Packers feed.
Do it.
I mean, I don't have a single Browns fan who listens.
People be like, what is this? Very interesting.
The title's just going to be F you, Andrew Berry.
Like, what did Andrew Berry do? I can't wait to find out.
They're never going to find out either. They're just going to hear bad picks and everything else. They're like, what did he do though? I don't understand it.
If you guys want the F you, Andrew Berry pod, let me know in the chat and we'll see if we can make it happen. Okay, so Ryan, who's your all-in trade-up candidate if they fall to mid to late teens? So, in order for them to fall to mid to late teens, I feel like they have to be projected earlier than that, right?
Yep. Well,
Hmm.
what are you considering
That's fair.
mid-teens?
Well, I mean, wouldn't mid to late be like 15 and beyond, or at least 14 and beyond? Don't you think?
I vote for 15 and beyond.
All right, so top 14 guy who, if he's
Okay.
there at
No
15,
reason at all.
Should I steal Jake's or what?
do it.
No,
Absolutely.
I'll just take Quinion Mitchell.
Okay. I would be, so it would depend on what other edge rushers are there, but I would be really tempted to move up for Jared Verse because I really like him. I don't like Dallas Turner very much, but I like Jared Verse.
I think I like Turner, but everything about what Goody has said recently to what he has done in the draft has basically been like, this is not their player.
Right.
Like, this just is not their type.
Those are always the guys in the draft that I really like. That Goot's like, that ain't my thing, man. It's not my jam.
Like, oh, small, great route running wide receiver. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Pack
what about
about
this?
50 pounds on him.
What about this? What if Caleb Williams, Drake May, or Jaden Daniels was there at 15? Would you move up and take him?
Would I or would Goody?
You. Oh, since Goody's not on the podcast.
Well, no, we can still. I feel like we could still comment on what Goody might do. But
Well, give me both answers then.
more
content.
I would
Would
not.
Goody and would you?
Goody would. I would
Goody
not.
would?
I would. Yeah.
I think for
I don't
any of
know.
those three, I would move up to 15 to get any of those
For
three.
Jaden.
Did
Goody say he needs to be? Goody said, like, man, you got to be 220, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? We all know, everybody here, we know what your playing weight is. It's 190. Like Bryce Young.
If JJ McCarthy were available at 25, I would take him and sit him behind Jordan Love for at least 2 years. If JJ McCarthy were at 15, I would let somebody else trade up for him.
Yeah, I agree. I think if I'm trading up for trade up candidate, like, it's tackle or corner. I don't think I'd trade up for anything else other than the big three of the top 5 prospects in the draft, in my opinion, in Harrison, Neighbors, or Dunze. It would. I think I do think the most likely move up is for Fashanu.
Wait, you would move up for Odunze?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Odunze's top 5 player. Odunze's top 5 player in the class.
You think you have 3 wide receivers in your top 5 overall players in the class?
Yeah. Tell everyone else to get on their level. Because they are.
Do you have 3 in the top 4 by chance?
Success.
That's a good question. Do you have 3 in the top 4?
Yeah.
How about 3 in the top 3?
No comment.
Well, we know for a fact that
no.
Neighbors
Caleb
is
is
at number
third.
1 overall.
Caleb is third.
Okay.
Rome is fourth.
Roman's
Wow.
fourth. So you have Marvin Harrison Jr. as player number 2 in the draft behind Malik Neighbors.
Correct.
Dang.
There's
That's
no
wild.
slight. I feel like I'm not sure what class any of the 3 of them would not be wide receiver 1 in the last 8 years. Genuinely.
Well, I'm going to take this opportunity, as I do every 5 minutes, to remind people that Lucas Van Ness was my number 1 overall player last year. So it's not super relevant, but I always like to get that in there because I'm still geeked about it a year later.
You put Van Ness over Bijan. We shall never forgive him.
Yeah, because positional value exists. That's why.
For sure, but also like being good exists as well.
So I'm trying to think, like, other than Caleb and Drake and Jaden and Marvin Harrison Jr. and Malik Neighbors and Joe Alt and Quinyon Mitchell. I think if any of those guys were available at 25 and JJ McCarthy was also available, I would take them over JJ. But I think he'd be the next guy after them for 25.
Yeah.
But there's just like a big gap between those guys and JJ, and then JJ and everybody else. I think in terms of value.
I think that's fair. I have a question as well. Then, would you move up for Fuaga? Would you even consider it?
I would move up from 25 for Fuaga.
Like 19, 18?
Well, I mean, I don't know how much it would cost to move up that far because, like, you can look at the trade charts, but then there's also just like, what's it going to take to move somebody off of that spot? So, if it's like a 4th round pick, then I guess it just would really depend on who else was available. I like Fuaga. Fuaga is my offensive lineman too, was behind Joe Alt. I really am not a Fashanu fan at all.
Okay.
I don't like Fashanu enough to draft him at 25. I'll just say that.
My question to you is, you said offensive lineman too.
Offensive lineman too, yeah.
Do you view him then as a guard?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I would absolutely play him at tackle, and then if he can't hack at a tackle, then Tevin Jenkins him and stick him at guard.
Okay.
But I think he can play tackle.
Okay. Ryan, do you have thoughts on?
I get more nervous about guards who can't play inside than like tackles who can't play outside.
People really do not give a crap about anything we have to say about anything. It's the second time somebody's like, yeah, but when is the frickin' draft starting? Shut up.
Like, if you don't do a mock draft, I am leaving.
Yeah. This is your last friggin' warning.
Or was there a question that Ryan needed to answer?
No, I just wanted to
Oh no. Yeah, so do I like Fuaga? Sure, but would I trade up? No.
Okay.
Just because I like some of the guys that are down there.
Do you
granted, maybe not tackle as much.
Okay.
But
where are
at
we
the same
sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I keep cutting you off. That's my fault. It's the energy drink, man.
Well, the other thing too is like if I thought he was a solid left tackle, it would be a little easier to do that. But I feel like for a mauling right tackle, I'm not really interested in trading up to go get that guy.
Okay.
Actually,
Fashanu, yes, I would.
Okay.
I agree because I always picture Fuaga as a right tackle 100% of the time. I'm not super interested in trying him out at left tackle. I mean, I would maybe try it in training camp a little bit and see if he could do it, but
yeah,
I view him as like a franchise right tackle.
Okay. See, I think he'd be an absolute force at guard. Just a force.
Yeah.
Cool.
Don't even like draft him. Don't even bother. Let Tom's got the spot right now. Don't mess with it. Just throw him inside immediately. And I
don't want Zach Tom at right tackle long term though. That's the thing. I want Zach Tom on the left side of the line. I want him at
okay. So okay, I got you. So
if we had Zach Tom at left tackle and Fuaga at right tackle, I'm 100% fine with it. Nathan,
if this podcast was in the draft, what number would it go overall?
It would be Mr. Irrelevant podcast, which is kind of what it is, to be honest. But
that's dibs on changing my pod name to that.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Funny, people start asking questions that are just a mock draft. Like, so if the Packers were up right now at 25, who would you pick?
It'd be even funny if they were like doing their own mock in the comments right now.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Guess who's available? Guess who I got at 25? You'd never believe it. Never believe it.
So let's do this here. Let's flip a coin.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull up the list, and we'll let everybody. Let's comment. Hey there, how's it going, guys? Offensive line or quarterback? First pick, please. Okay, thank you. I agree. I'm fine with it. Or edge. There's some nice edges here.
JJ, I will say that was pretty much as good as me doing like a Roro in the Scooby-Doo accent. Like that's rivaling it right now.
Now that you brought it up, we need to hear it again.
If I draft him, I will. Or if anybody does, I'll do it.
Actually, off the top of my head, I cannot remember if they visited with him. I don't think they.
I didn't see him on that board that you
were. They did not visit with him, so you can't. So just do the voice now.
Oh, bro.
Can you close out every podcast with that until the draft is over? And then if we draft him,
I'm just
going to
podcast
until eternity.
Yeah, I'll just record it and put it at the end of the pods.
There you go.
I'll just record it once.
All right, so let's see here. Jake, heads or tails?
Tails.
Never fails. That's
Heads. Okay,
broken.
so Ryan, heads or
Garbage.
tails?
It's always broken for you every time you
I
do
know,
it.
I
It's
swear.
heads.
Ryan, it's going to be tails for you once you call it right here. I know
Yeah.
it.
Heads or tails, Ryan?
Tails.
This flip a
Boom.
coin is broken.
There it is every time. You just don't know how to do it, Jake.
I just have the right tone when calling tails.
Right?
I gotta
Call it
figure
like a
that out.
man, will you? Jeez.
All right.
You're hesitating too much. You're like, give me tails?
Yeah.
The next time we do a
Are you
mock draft,
asking me if you want tails or what?
I'm gonna go first next time because I wanna see what it feels like.
All right.
All right. So Ryan, you're first, and then me, and then Jake. And so you get to look at this entire list, and your goal
You guys are just gonna make me take.
is to take the player on this list who you think is the most likely to get drafted by the Packers.
Most likely. Okay.
Yep.
Can I see
Doesn't
their wide
matter how
receiver
much you
visits
like
were?
them. It's whether or not their name gets called
Okay.
and they end up in Green Bay.
Can I see the wide receivers on this?
You can see the wide receivers when it's your time.
Ah,
Right now, Ryan gets to.
Okay, so most likely to be drafted at any time. Most likely
At
to just be
any
wearing a
time.
Packers jersey. Okay.
Yep. It
Oh,
doesn't
boy.
matter what pick they get taken. Doesn't matter if
Sure.
they're traded. Doesn't. The only thing that matters is this summer are they wearing green
Okay.
and gold because they were drafted
Alright,
by the Packers. Actually, you know what? UDFA counts too. If you land a guy in UDFA, it also counts.
So I know somebody Jake has referenced,
darn
but
it.
that's coming from him, not necessarily me. So can you scroll down a little bit? I just want to see who else we got on
Don't
the
pick
list
him.
here.
I already know
No,
who you're
I'll
going to
leave
take
it.
because you're going to take my guy because
Yeah.
Well, you're second, so
I'm taking
Oh,
the
you know
guy
what?
away from you, Jake. You're not. This guy is not falling to
is-
you. I'll say that.
this is
All right,
garbage.
I know who I'm gonna take, and I'll let Jake take his guy. I'm gonna go with Amagaji.
Oh yes, I'm so happy. I'm a god, G.
Darn it.
He was down. You had him. I was just looking at him tackle.
There he is. I'm a god, G. All right.
Go ahead,
I'm gonna take.
JJ.
All right.
Take him.
Here's what I'm gonna do here.
Take
I'm
him.
gonna. So I have my notepad here. I'm gonna drag it off screen. I'm gonna type the guy's name, and I'm gonna ask Jake to say it, and then I'm gonna drag it on the screen. We're gonna see if it's the same guy. Ready? Go.
Are you done typing?
I'm done typing.
Kingsley.
Oh no!
Mm.
So you
I
get your
wasn't
guy
thinking
too.
either of those.
Oh no.
I'm taking Tanner Bordolini.
Oh,
I wasn't thinking either of those guys.
I didn't want to say the other one.
All right, then. I guess we.
I didn't want to say the other.
Well, if he makes it back around, he's gone. So freaking do it right.
Wait, who did you take, Ryan?
He took Kiran Amagaji.
Wait, who did you take? Who did
I
you
said
guess?
no. I said that it was Kingsley Suamatea.
Kingsley. Yeah. I like him a lot. He's one of my top tackles, I will say.
Yeah, I think.
So if we do take him, we'll be happy.
He looked really good at right tackle in 22. I think if you're looking more through that lens of like, oh, he looks comfortable over there, I think you're very excited.
Is Kieran your pick, Jake?
Well, no, that was Ryan's pick.
Is Kingsley your pick? You know, the person that actually wrote next to your name here.
No. He's not.
Oh, okay. Who's your pick?
I was gonna say he actually made it back to me. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, darn it.
Here you go, Ryan.
Right.
Then I have to take him from this list. That's what we're saying.
You don't have to take him from this list, but it has to be not your pick of who you want, but who you think the Packers are going to actually draft.
Right. I want to take Christian Boyd.
Christian Boyd, okay. Christian with a K. It's Christian with a K, isn't it?
Yes, it is KH.
Although, actually, that's not Ryan's pick. That's Jake's pick.
Everybody had it set in stone that I was going Kingsley.
No, I was.
Ryan, that was
get
a
out of
stupid
here with
pick.
your
That
stupid
was a
Devondre Sweat.
pick, idiot. I'm going to win this so easily with you making stupid picks like Devondre Sweat.
Well, I'm a little surprised, so I'm just going to go ahead and steal it since I'm going to go with Max Melton.
Oh, I hate you. I hate you. Oh, I hate you so much. Wait a minute. Can I do this?
Jake
There we go.
Max Melton.
Oh man. Listen.
I don't think he noticed either, so that's great.
It's
well, dang it! Now I don't know which direction I want to go. I'm gonna
totally
cheat.
fine.
I'm gonna cheat.
He's cheating. Oh no.
Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna cheat even further.
What are we doing?
Sort by the
Let's
truths.
see. Oh, I know who I'm.
League.
I know who I'm doing. I'm gonna go with. I'm probably gonna go with Trevin Wallace. Actually, you know what? If we were being like fair and nice, we would have let Jake Snake draft this.
Nah.
That's
okay.
Drake. That Jake.
No.
I didn't even get his name right.
No, I'm okay.
Have you ever been called Drake before?
No. Can't say that I have. Not even by Starbucks.
Never happened. Yeah.
Actually, I haven't looked at it this way. This is interesting. When you look at just the guys who meet like the prototypical Packers mold,
yeah,
and visits, then it's kind of interesting. First of all, if you look at like the prototypical Packers productivity, the only guy who actually meets it is Trey Benson. So maybe that's a smart pick, but I don't know.
Close.
It'd be interesting.
Oh man. I hope.
What did I
so.
miss? What are you guys laughing about?
No, he just said close, and I think I know what he meant by close. I'm pretty sure anyway. So don't do it.
All right. So Jake, you're up.
I do what I want.
Don't do it.
Don't
Who'd
tell
you
me what
wait?
to
Who'd you
do.
take?
I took Trayvon Wallace.
Oh, you did. That's right. Okay. Yeah. I gotta do it to him.
You bastard.
Give me Brooks.
Fine.
Give me Jonathan Brooks. Running back
That
Texas
is
on a
that is
discount.
cold.
On a discount.
That
because
is
of the
cold
injury.
because if there's one running back in this class that Ryan likes more than Dylan Laube, it's Jonathan Brooks.
I know.
And Ryan does not like very many things in his life. So.
Nah, I hate everything.
So Ryan, you're actually up next. And by the way, I think you guys can stop drafting at any point where you no longer feel comfortable that you can.
Oh, I'm going
I was
11.
gonna say we're gonna be here all night. This is gonna be.
I'm going 11 picks.
Boy. So we're just gonna continue going as long as we see guys that
you feel confident are going to be green and gold.
I mean, technically none, but
well, then you're not a very good podcaster. If you don't
there's
have,
32 teams, so
Fine, you gotta.
If you don't have the self confidence and the swagger to say, "Oh, I know the Packers. This is gonna happen."
I think
I'm too much of a nerd to not.
Next week are we
recognize?
Doing this guy's not a Packer contest.
You know what? Here, wait. If you just want to see this guy's,
I have more confidence in that. I would say.
Yeah, Devondre.
I'll pull a couple more just for the sake of contributing, I guess.
Devondre Sweat first overall.
If you just want this guy's not a Packer.
Yes,
first of all,
please.
we're gonna do this. We're gonna filter to only the doesn't meet.
Oh, there's a lot, I'm sure.
Second, we're gonna lower the RAS to let me see. Number filters less than, we'll say 7, less than 7 RAS, and then we're gonna sort by projected. I'm gonna tell you who's not a Packer first and foremost. Apparently, it's NS Rakestraw.
That's really tough.
You
Apparently, this
shut
guy's
your
not a
mouth.
Packer.
That's really tough to see
Sorry.
at the top of the list.
Oh, I'll tell you who's not a Packer. Bucky Irving is not a Packer.
Cam
Bucky Irving,
Kinchens.
correct.
Cam
Kinchens is
that
easy.
man is not a Packer. Dude, I love
DJ.
Cam Kitchen so much, though. I
I
fully
know.
surrender that he is not a Packer, but
I
he would
know.
be on the Fighting Toledo JJ Leahy's if I was
There
a
you go.
GM.
Oh man.
I like Kitchens.
I think DJ James is not a Packer for sure. I would put a lot on Nate Wiggins not being one either.
I bet Caleb Williams is not a Packer.
No, okay.
I'm just
They got to be available.
right.
No, I'm
Available.
kidding. But Tavondre Sweat's on that list for sure.
The only reason that I'm like a tiny bit on the hey, maybe Tavondre Sweat could happen is because Goody drafted Jonathan Ford and then was talking about like, hey, guys with that kind of body are rare. They don't grow on trees. So
This
that's
is
the
true, but
only thing.
He also took him.
And like I know the difference between a 7th round pick and a 1st round pick, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I just feel like somebody's going to pick him in the 2nd round.
Last year, Sean Ryan was your guy. Not sure we can keep on trusting you. I mean, Brian Gutekunst drafted Sean Ryan, so that was actually 2 years ago. I did say that I thought that Sean Ryan seemed like a great Packers pick. The Packers did draft him, so I'm not really sure how that's a knock against me. Just because he has not been a good NFL player doesn't mean that I'm not a good evaluator of who the Packers are going to take.
It hurts to see Christian Jones on there.
What?
But I said it hurts to see Christian Jones on there. He's like 6th down from the top.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's like the mid-round offensive lineman worth developing.
So let's look at that real quick and see why he doesn't.
RES is it arm length?
Let's see. I just got to find it here. We're going to sort alphabetically. Chris Jones. It's a 3-cone, 809. And then the shuttle's not good either at 478.
I didn't know the 3-cone was that bad. All right.
Yeah, it's not good.
Isn't
this nice, by the way?
That's my case.
Like,
yeah, this is great. This is great.
Uh,
Love that. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
I wish there were people who were nerdy enough to pay me for this board because I would just be like, boom, here you go. X number of dollars. Dude, I put an article on Patreon for free. It was free. It was on the you don't have to pay for it at all tier. And nobody clicked on it. So I think
I definitely clicked on it, but
you didn't like the article?
I don't think I was logged in to like it. So is that why it didn't count as a view?
Oh, no. It said there were like a couple of views, but I figured that at least a couple of them were me testing it.
No,
Let me see here. Nobody liked the article.
Yeah, I think you have to be logged into to do so. Ryan, do you have a pick in the 3rd round for us? Welcome back.
Picking.
Oh yeah, it is still Ryan's turn. So
it doesn't have to be the 3rd. It's the 3rd round of the.
Right, 10 people looked at it, and there's no likes and no comments. So I feel like that's not indicative of very high interest.
This is
Wait a minute, Ryan. Since
this
you're
is
back,
a Packer mock draft.
Ryan, since you're back,
yes.
So this comment saying that 2 years ago I had Sean Ryan high on my list, and then the Packers drafted him. Mm-hmm. Is that a knock against me because Ryan has been bad in the NFL, or is it is it a point for me since the Packers did agree with me and draft him?
I guess it depends on what the question is. Seems like a lot of the guys that you like are going to the Packers. Whether or not they're good remains to be seen, I guess. So, yeah. I mean, if we want to know who the Packers are going to pick, we should check out JJ. If we want to know who's good, we should find somebody else.
So actually, that's a good point because I also have every year I put out a list of like these are the guys I don't like who the Packers are still going to draft, and like that list is like everybody they draft.
There you go.
So, but yeah, the commenter says,
who do you really not like?
Not trust me. Do you agree with that?
No.
Well, I'll say this at the very least: if there's somebody you hate, I'm inclined to listen.
Because that player is bad.
Yeah, I mean, right. I will trust if you are just all the way out on somebody. I'm inclined to hear you out on it.
The big knock against me in that column was that I really didn't want us to draft Christian Watson. So that's like the black
That's
mark
true.
against that record.
That's true.
I don't know if that's a super knock though.
But my big
We'll
problem
see.
with Christian was that I thought he was like super raw, and I didn't think that he was
Which I think was correct. By the way.
like I wanted them to draft somebody who was a little bit more pro ready than he was. And then what shocked me was how quickly he caught on. Like by the middle of the season, like what game was that Dallas game? Like week 9 or something?
9
like
or
that?
10, yeah.
I don't know. We went to my dad and I went to the game after that one. It was cold, so it might have been even later in the year. But
the comment was directed to when you said you didn't like Fashanu. Listen, I liked Fashanu a lot last year, and then he decided not to come out. And then I watched him this year, and I watched him get his butt handed to him on a silver platter over and over again by JT Tuimoloau from Ohio State. And like I like JT, but the way that he embarrassed Fashanu had me completely out on Fashanu. Like, I'm sorry, there's 50 guys in the NFL who are as good or better than JT. It wasn't just that like he got his butt whipped a couple times. It was like in the biggest moments of that game when the game was on the line and like wide receivers were trying to make plays and the quarterback was making plays and the 1 weak link was Fashanu. That's when I was just like done. And I've like honestly never considered putting Fashanu back in the first round for me. I would take him at some point for sure. I wouldn't take him at 25. Nathan, Jake's mouth was just far away from the mic for just a second.
This is literally the only program where my mic just adjusts for no reason at all. Even though I have the automatically adjust mic volume.
There it goes.
Did it again.
Oh, geez.
I have no idea why it's popping like that. This is.
Do you have
freaking? It's annoying.
In the audio settings tab,
problem.
do you have everything turned off, like the echo cancellation and reduce mic background noise? Do you have those turned
everything's off? Everything's off.
It's kind of like what happens to me on Audacity all the time. Like the mic volume, just like I'll watch it actually.
It'll just
do that. Like, what are you doing?
Mine. It's.
I fixed it. Okay, Jake's mic problem isn't gonna happen.
Good thing you brought him back. He was about to just walk off. Oh, thank you.
Mic is muted now, dude. Unmute yourself, unless you're doing something.
No, thank you.
Nathan just got so pissed off so quick. All right, so we were doing a draft or something, weren't we? And I believe it's still, it's Ryan's turn here. So, Ryan,
give me the other running back. What's his nuts? I don't know. The one you said was a good pick before Jake stole my guy.
I said it was a good pick. Hold on, I just realized I have this set to like crap.
It's priority.
This is like the guys who are not supposed to be Packers. So we need projected. And then get rid of the blanks and sort by position.
It's like we're going through.
Now here's all our boys. All right, you want a running back? Oh, you want Trey Benson? Is that who
there
you wanted?
It is. Yeah, go with Trey Benson.
Already typed him in.
So I'll tell you, I was not gonna draft Trey Benson at any point, but I'm glad you did. Because I actually would really enjoy seeing him in Green Bay. So
as long as we're running,
I'm like
stuff, absolutely.
I'm like a running back. I'm not gonna say enthusiast. What's a better word? Addict. I'm a running back addict. So
I do enjoy some running back stuff.
My favorite thing in the world is like finding UDFA running backs who I think would really pop off. That's like my favorite thing, and it never works. Like good running backs are hard to find, but I love it. Oh dang it, it's my turn.
It is your
Crap.
turn, yes.
I don't want it to be my turn. I want.
I'll go.
Yeah, I do. Okay.
Just let Jake run this thing
I'll
out.
go.
No, shut your face.
Nathan, no. I still have some cookies on my
Yeah, I
desk
really
right
want
here,
them to
so
draft
I'd have
Chop
cleared them.
Robinson. But I think Chop is going to be gone before we're on the board. So I just, I would love him, but I just have a very low confidence they're actually going to take him. They're going to take some freaking DB.
I would
They're
like
gonna
to say
a corner
you
or
have
something.
Robinson's position labeled incorrectly.
No, he's an edge.
Yeah. No. No.
You still want him as a will linebacker? You sicko.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Oh,
Does your mother watch this show?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Something's wrong with you.
Sick bastard.
It's guilty as charged. That's what happens when you stare at a
All right,
screen looking at 300 players every year. You go a little bit wacko, I think. And this is probably not good for your health.
All right, I appeal to my co-hosts. Would you guys give me credit for a guy who is not a UDFA, but then later on in the summer ends up on the Packers roster?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You would give me credit for that?
Yeah, 3/4.
Then I'm going to take. Oh, maybe this is stupid. Maybe I shouldn't do this. I'm talking myself out of it.
No, do it.
I'm talking myself out of it. I feel like this is really stupid.
No, do it because I want the 3rd round layup here.
Well, that's the reason I don't want to do it, because I feel like Here's the reason. Because I know my guy's still going to be here next round, so I want one more gimme.
Don't you dare take my layup.
I don't know who your layup is, and this is awful.
Don't you dare.
I want Estime, but the Packers are not going to draft Estime. Braylon Allen stinks. It's going to be a DB. They're going to take a... Which DB, though?
JJ, why don't you come over and say that on the other side of the lake here?
No, I like the Wisconsinites, but I also fear them. Oh, who is it?
Did you take him already?
Maybe? No, I didn't take anybody yet.
He wants to figure out who my layup is, I think.
Can I see the list again? I can't remember if you took them already, of the guys that we drafted.
Oh, yeah. So I took Tanner Bortolini.
Okay, that's who I was thinking of. Never mind.
Yeah. I couldn't believe you didn't take Tanner Bortolini 1 overall. I would have taken him 1 overall.
It's starting to feel too good to be true now.
You're just rubbing it in now.
Which is worrying me.
Hey, Jake, why don't you shut your freaking face?
You got it, Chief.
All right.
Zinter. Oh, Zach Zinter. But he's got the injury. Jake, what's the status of Zach Zinter's injury? Chat, help me out here.
Wait,
no, that's not helpful. Flattering, but not helpful. Come on, help me out here. Who's Jake's pick that I need to snipe?
Oh, they want to know.
Wait,
he might not even be there on that little board of yours. You never know.
You know what?
Is it a running back?
I can't keep up with your stupid mind games.
Who could say?
Who could say? Oh, you already took Kingsley. Dang it.
Oh.
Don't do it.
Wait a minute.
Ryan, don't do it.
Did you have something for me?
Don't
Ryan?
tell him. Don't tell him.
Oh. A wide receiver, you say? Actually, that's not a bad pick. A wide receiver. Not Mitchell. Maybe Burton. Actually, Burton checks a lot of boxes and would be there in the 3rd round.
Are you assuming when I said 3rd round, I meant 3rd round prospect, or are you just saying like?
No, I'm not making any
assumptions. No, I just didn't know if you were like, oh, he said 3rd round. I only said that because we're in the 3rd round of this. This is a Packer mock draft, right? That's the only reason. You don't need to be in this position group.
Oh, dang. I didn't realize we only have 3 of these Brian Maffey threshold clearing wide receivers. Surprising. And 2 of them are from Washington. What are the odds?
You know,
Luke McCaffrey.
I'm gonna flip a lid.
Jake, I kind of hate. Maybe it's a quarterback. Maybe it's a good quarterback. Maybe they're gonna bring in. Oh, there's no Prairie View A&M quarterback. Never mind. That would be the surefire. If there's a Prairie View A&M quarterback that they had met with, take that to the bank.
They would have taken him earlier than they took Clifford.
No Prairie View A&M. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's not it.
It's not.
All right, I'm gonna take C.J. Hansen, Holy Cross.
Okay.
That's gonna be my third round pick.
Okay, my third round pick is Kool-Aid.
All right. I don't regret not taking Kool-Aid. I'll say that.
That's fine.
All right, Ryan, who's your stupid pick?
I just feel so confident that I can get this person around later.
And make it snappy because I don't want to wait forever for you to make a pick and scroll through all the boards and everything.
I just would like to say,
Jake, we can't
Who
hear
would
a
do
single
that?
Sorry, what'd you say? I was taking a nap while you were going through your
would do
freaking
that?
list there for an hour.
Jake, pump your volume up.
No, I don't think
Pump
so.
the jam, will you?
No, because then I can talk to myself and I can tell myself out loud who the fourth round pick is. And nobody can hear me. Nobody
So,
will know.
Ryan, hidden amongst all the joking was me telling you that it is actually your pick.
Let me see your wide receivers. I gotta get that comment out of here.
Got to get Lem McConkey out of here. He's not on there.
Yeah, remember, you can take guys who are not on this list, which is Kool-Aid on this list?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can take guys on this list. It's just,
I probably wouldn't have
kind of
taken
cheat
him
mode
if
to
he
take guys who are on the
I
list.
had a thought, but I don't think that's who you're thinking, but I kind of want to do it anyways.
Oh, he's gonna take the guy.
Ryan, if you're trying to figure out who I would take, I have no idea who I would take.
I
So
was trying to snipe Jake's guy.
Jake is the guy to snipe because he's got 30 more guys on his mind.
I know.
So is it
I just
really
feel like
sniping
he
then?
would have said it. He would have said it by now because it's a first round guy.
But it's not who you want the most. It's not who's the most valuable.
I know, but it's still
Who's the most likely to end up in Green Bay?
I understand, but you still want to take the guys that you like, even
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, no doubt. This is true.
I mean, it probably doesn't really fit what we're doing. I just want to do it anyways, just in case it's because
Do it.
now the more interesting thing for me is finding out who Jake's trying to look at right now. That's like the more interesting sub game
The
here.
draft within the draft here.
Exactly.
It's like
I don't
this is
think
this is the whole
Jake's
reason
guy
that
to
we
take.
do the mock drafts where it's like you're all picking at the same pick and randomizing the order is because we're trying to
love it.
create.
Oh, I love it. It's content. It's
adversity.
chaos. We're trying to
Oh,
take
dang.
Javon Baker right in
Got
front of
another-
JJ. That's what we're trying to do.
Hey, Brendax.
I feel
Thank
like
you, my
since
friend.
my next comment is directed directly at Ryan, saying Ryan is the GOAT podcast. Has been great at it for years. I
Thank
feel
you.
like that means that all $9.99 of that goes directly to Ryan. So happy payday to you, sir.
That's
I-
not how that
I
works.
tend to agree. It's
Sorry,
2 against
Ryan,
1.
you're outvoted 2-1.
All right. I
Does
just
the GOAT get to outvote everyone though? That's the
yeah.
question.
If I'm the goat, I do what I want. I'm the one that controls a little calculator.
Shoot.
I'm gonna split the money between you two. All right. I feel like you had a reaction. Maybe I
Wait a minute,
misread
Pause. Look at this comment.
it. Ooh.
Jake needs a podcast called Think Like Shavink. Although you didn't spell Shavink right. There's a Y in there
That's
somewhere.
that's
I
how
have to look it up every
everybody.
single time.
That's how most people think it's spelled. by the way.
100% of the
Makes
time
sense.
that I type out Ryan or Jake's last name, I go to his Twitter and I read it off and then I go and type it.
That's
Because I
fair.
never know where to put the Y. I know it's
That's fair.
Shivink, but I never know if it's Shi with a Y or Shi with a E or an I.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
I
So
again
close to
I'm
infamous.
let me
So
walk through my
Shavinik.
So
oh geez,
close.
that is actually funny because I was thinking of two different spots the Y was, and I'm like, I wonder if it's this or this, and it was not that. That is not the option that I was giving myself.
Possible for us to move this
It's
crap
tough.
so that the faces don't line up with the comments.
Whoa.
Like,
Yeah,
why
it
do the
is,
comments
but
have to be right
probably
there?
not something you want to do on the fly.
Yeah.
You can make your own thing. But anyways, I feel like you had a reaction to wide receiver, so I'm looking at wide receiver because I feel like
with that.
I feel like that's where we're at. And we're looking for a Packers guy. So I'm looking for a big, fast receiver.
Ooh. Wait a minute. Ryan, I can help you out here. Check this out. This new fancy, sexy stat. Height adjusted speed score. So if you want a big, fast wide receiver, so it's got the blank guys at the top, so ignore that. But starting here with Brian Thomas.
See,
these are your guys.
I know
who
he
are
likes
both big
Thomas,
and
but I don't
Fox.
think that's
Big and fast.
Oh, that's interesting. I was looking at Leggett. I wonder about Adonai Mitchell though.
I'm becoming very anti Brian Thomas, FYI.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
Thomas is outside my top 5.
Or not.
Damn. Suck it, Brian Thomas.
Who am I thinking of?
You're not in my top 5.
Catching headshots out here. They're
Sorry.
not even strays anymore.
Sorry, I meant Keon Coleman. So forget what I just said because that was stupid. I meant Keon Coleman. I'm becoming anti-Keon Coleman, not Brian Thomas. Brian Thomas is great.
Coleman actually makes sense too.
Those guys mixed up. No, look, let me show you why I'm anti-Keon Coleman.
Okay, if they're
First of
going
all,
to do
where is
this, I
Keon
got to
Coleman?
take the receiver.
So Keon Coleman.
Because
So I got one last shot at getting
I
this
knew
guy.
I should have just taken him. What am I doing out here?
All right, who is it? So we've narrowed it
No,
down.
it's not. Hell, is it Coleman though?
No, it's not Coleman. It's not Coleman. Coleman stinks.
Do you want a hint?
That's not.
Coleman is
Yes,
not
I want to.
great.
Give me a hint. Give me your
All right,
hint.
it's not Coleman.
Okay,
It's not
fair
Coleman.
enough.
This Coleman's not
It's
a
not Coleman.
Coleman's not going to be a Packer, man. And
I
he may not
genuinely
even be good
think
in the NFL.
Why?
Coleman-
Why does he not fit with the Packers?
I think he has to with where he's successful in terms of how he wins. I think he has to be a big slot. I think this is like Claypool kind of.
They
stuff going
love
on
big
with him.
slots. They love their big slots. He's 6'3", 213, and despite
wanna-
the 4.61, apparently quite fast. I
So,
feel like
Ryan, here's why I can sell you against him. Look at this: 1.74 yards per route run, under 2.
that's not the question. Why does he not fit with the Packers? I'm not asking you based on your chart whether or not you think he's going to be good. I'm asking, do you
Packers
think he's going to
don't
be a
draft
Packer?
Because the Packers don't draft crap players, except
Yes,
for
they
Mark
do
Lewis.
sometimes,
That's just
though.
not true though.
They draft a lot
don't-
of crap
That's not
players.
true.
But he's
Not
like a
true.
first round pick. You think you're going to draft?
He's
wide
not a
receiver
first
in the
round
second
pick.
round?
No,
He's not gonna go in the
I don't
first.
think he's going round 1.
Well, okay,
We
he's-
have Tucker Kraft has erased the third round.
He's
from
going
our
to
memory
be
quickly
our
here.
second round pick. What do you think about that?
I
That
hate
could be
it.
possible.
All right,
Would
it's
I
not
love
Coleman
it?
though. I'm not picking
It isn't
Coleman. I'm
He
just
just want to.
I'm just
he just wants to
defending
know. Yeah,
the fact that I think it actually does make sense for the
I
Packers.
mean, yeah, he's big and fast on the field, so I get what you're saying there for sure.
So listen, Ryan.
I don't think
Jake-
this is it either, but I'm just going to
Jake
say it because I've been
panicked
taking
when
too
we
much
selected
time.
These guys right here. No, forget the time. Jake panicked when we selected this group of guys.
No,
This is when he panicked.
I did not.
Okay.
I did not panic
So you're
about
telling me
that
he's
one bit.
not in that little bubble? Yes, he is. You liar.
One of the two is in
that
that
liar.
bubble. The other one is not in that bubble.
One of these two is not
All
even
right,
a wide
all right,
receiver, so
all right.
duh.
I mean, Xavier Leggett does make sense to me. So I'm just going to say that even though I've been looking at his face, he's not making any kind of facial thing, so I don't think that's it, but that's what I'm going to say.
You said Leggett?
You're
Yes.
drafting
So I
him
will
or you're
say-
guessing him?
I'll take it.
He
That's
loves
fine.
Leggett.
I'll just go with it.
Jake loves Leggett. Listen, Jake, here's why you're wrong about Leggett. 44 running blocking grade, idiot. I know he's perfect in every other category, but 44 run blocking grade. Idiot.
I don't think he'd fall into my love category at receiver, but
What?
yeah,
So who is it then if it's not Leggett?
it's Adonai.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So take him, JJ. So I'll take the other guy.
No, I'm not taking. You cannot mind game me into taking Leggett or Edna.
It is him though. That's the guy in that list.
All right, so Ryan, you're taking Leggett.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
We're still in the third round. I love this.
So I'm actually I'm
Too old for
taking
this? Yes.
Peter Bowden, the long snapper from Wisconsin. I don't think he's even going to be a UDFA, but I think at some point over the summer for like 3 days, he's going to be a Packer. So
Okay.
I'm just trying to play like the game within the game here. That's why I'm taking Bowden.
That's sick, and I love that. So yeah, I'll take. I will take Delmar Glaze.
All that for Delmar Glaze.
You already took the receiver.
We
You're not
spent
going to find the
10
receiver.
minutes trying to figure out which wide receiver you were going to go
that's-
and let Ryan snipe you. And you're
That's
like,
the mind game.
Delmar Glaze. I don't even, off the top of my head, I literally cannot remember what position Delmar Glaze plays.
Offensive line, guard, maybe a tackle, maybe a guard from Maryland.
Still doesn't ring a bell. What round is he projected to go in?
You know, you don't have to look up where his spot is on the consensus big board.
Delmar Glaze, number 174. All right, you know what though?
Great.
Being
player.
174 gives you pretty high odds that the Packers are going to have multiple chances to swing at him,
100%.
increasing your odds that he's going to be a Packer.
Look at the run, the pass blocking, run blocking splits.
Wait, without even looking, I'm not looking.
Okay.
He suck buns at run blocking, and he's like pretty darn good.
Sucks.
At pass
I
blocking.
don't know if it's 63 could be sucks, I guess, but like it's not the
That
worst.
is a hefty gap in between those two. I will say.
So,
You know what I could do here? Hang on. I can do this on the fly. Watch this.
Ryan, you're
So-
up. You're up.
Benson
We're
up.
gonna-
Oh,
Oh, screw you. You know what though? I would love that. I'm very tempted to do something that nobody's gonna appreciate, and that is rank Ben Sinnott above Brock Bowers. But I'm super tempted to do so.
How can I get clicks? No, I think
I'm gonna
he's
call
really
this
good.
the Packer gap. Okay,
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's
and
cool.
it's gonna be the pass block score minus the run block score, and we're gonna see who's the most Packery offensive lineman there is. Ready?
My favorite part about this, by the way, is that like Christian Haynes is like 4. He's like great at both, and the Packers like no, no thanks. You're great at both. You can't
Look at
be a
this. The
Packer.
highest guy who meets the Brian Maffey threshold
Oh, look at that.
is Tanner Bortolini. I'm telling you, man, Tanner Bortolini is a Packer, and if he's not a Packer, I think this is going to be who's that offensive lineman from like 2 years ago who had like the crazy hair and like missing teeth or something. Oh no, that was the North Dakota State guy. Who's the offensive lineman from like 2 years ago that everybody wanted, and he went to like the Chiefs or something?
Everybody wanted
Yeah. Like as soon as I say
Which-
the name, you're gonna.
which one? Because I think there were 2.
It's from the 2022 draft.
22. 'Cause I know they took Humphrey and Smith in 21. They took Wanya last year in the 3rd round. I don't know. Also, JJ, you were on the clock.
It's not Joe Tipman. Who is it? Dang it. I'll have to tweet about it later when I look it up. All right, so it's my turn again. Dang it, I don't want to be my turn. So I got Tanner Bortolini, Traven Wallace, CJ Hansen, and Peter Bowden.
Ryan took Ben Sinnott.
Yeah.
Oh, the Whitewater kid?
Oh, who's that?
Quinn Miners?
Quinn Miners. Thank you. It was Whitewater. Yeah, UW Whitewater.
Yeah.
Quinn Miners, because he's actually been pretty good in the NFL. So
Mhm.
Tanner Bortolini is going to be the new Quinn Miners.
Yeah,
Book it.
I know that he was like a lot of talk last year of like, oh, if they trade for somebody, like, you know, this Denver team is a sinking ship.
Oh, Denver. That's right.
Like,
So it was an AFC
yeah.
West team.
Yeah. Like, get him out of there.
So I'm a little bit tempted to take Mike Hall,
Okay.
Got
it.
but I'm gonna phone a friend, and my friend is gonna be Jake Shavink. Jake, can you
Let's do it.
talk to me about Mike Hall's fit with the Packers before I decide whether I'm drafting him?
So, I think with Hall, right? I think it's, do the Packers want to have somebody who's really, really good at this one thing to add into the rotation? Right? Like you see
Well, keep
him
in mind
mobile-
that he's gonna be like a second round pick probably.
Yeah, I don't know if that seems a little rich for me. I will say, what, 6'3", 290 at the pro day, which is nice. 33.5-inch arm length isn't bad, actually. If he's at 290, not impossible, but it feels more like round 3 than round 2.
So he's currently projected at pick number 66 by the draft experts. Missed tackle rate is 17%, which is nice and low. Pressure rate of 12%, which is pretty darn high for an interior guy.
That's his game right there.
I do like him. Again, I'll say what I've said 200 times now about Mike Hall. He's just not completely pro ready. He's not quite in NFL shape physically, and his game is still a little bit raw. But he's not even 21 years old. So it's hard to be mad about that.
Really nice. That's the big draw right there. Same with Kingsley, right? Like Kingsley's super young as well on the offensive line. But Hall at the pro day was 299.
Was he really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So that's impressive.
I'm really tempted to go with Mike Hall.
Do it.
The other guy I shouldn't tell you who else I'm considering because you're still trying
have
to
that conversation in your mind.
Not that now Jake is not going to snipe me because he still has a list of 30 guys before he would have any curiosity about who I'm taking. But
I think so.
Ryan might try and snipe me. I'm going to go ahead and I guess I'll take. I think I'm going to go ahead and take Trey Taylor actually as my next pick. I think Trey Taylor is a little bit more likely to be the guy. So Jake, you're up next.
I'll take Evan Williams from Oregon.
Okay. All right. Ryan, that means you.
I will go with Isaac Garendo.
Oh, dang. That is going to be a popular vote. And I think based on that, I think we're not going to let the people vote on who likes this poll the most because
scrap that plan.
I'm sick of you in general. So it's my turn. So I'm going to go ahead.
Ryan's got him and Melton. Right? Like, who's winning the poll? I don't know.
I'm taking Mike Hall here in the 6th round. Jake, who you got?
I got Marshawn Nealand.
Okay, so I will say I'm extraordinarily high on Marshawn Nealand. I just don't know that he's going to make it to the Packers. So he would rank very highly on the who does JJ like board. But on the
where do you think is making it to them?
What's that?
Where do you think is like making it to them? Would you say?
Well, I don't think that they would take him in the 1st round. I don't think he's going to be there at their 2nd pick.
You don't think he'll be there at 41?
No, I don't think he'll be there at 41.
Wow.
No. I think he's going like 33 overall. Wow. I really do. But I don't think that the Packers are going to value him enough to take him there. That's the problem.
What if they move up?
So I would love it. You guys have pitched a couple guys who I would freaking love to have in Green Bay. I just don't
out here.
think that it's going to happen, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong because these are guys that I love. So
that's all I'm doing out here. So
that's actually Ryan's turn now.
Jalen Ford.
Okay. So I think this is the first linebacker off the board here, and we are at our 7th pick, which is what, our 4th round pick now? I think.
Yeah, I guess so.
5th round pick.
I don't know. There's so many. Who can say?
So you got Jalen Ford. So I'm actually going to take. Oh, dang it. Who did I want? I had it picked out. It's I'm taking. It was a DB, and it was Oh, it was where is he? Where's Jerry? Jerry Jones is my guy. And so Jake, this is up to you now, and then we're gonna have a vote on. We're gonna have a vote on, and I want all three of us and also the chat to vote on whether or not we want to continue doing this or not.
Is this my last one?
So, chat, start voting on whether or not you want to continue this or end it. And then Ryan and I also get a vote.
They're like, no, do a real mock too as well. That's
yeah, right. When does the mock start?
Here's the thing. Jake and I would definitely do a mock right now. I think Ryan probably wants to go.
Doing one. I'm going to do one and upload to YouTube right after we finish. So, shameless plug.
We have one vote for no more mocks.
Real mock,
and one
please.
vote for. There we go. One vote for continue. Real mock, please. We could do a quick 3-round mock draft.
I think we could easily and just boop boop ba-doop boop. All right.
I mean, maybe we'll have to
This is the last selection then, right?
Well, I don't know.
We have to do one more because I got one more that I want to throw down.
Okay,
I'm
gonna take,
and then I'm done.
Okay, I'm gonna take Dominic Pooney with this one.
Oh.
That scared me. It scared me a little bit.
All right, Ryan, you're up.
Oladapo.
If you don't keep the gag going, are we
I'm
gonna
so
have as
torn
much fun
every time
on
this
here?
happens because you guys pick guys that I really want in Green Bay, and so I'm happy about that. I'm also pissed because now I have to go find somebody else to draft.
So, so is it like a he's not gonna make it there type of thing with him too? Do you think?
Oladapo?
Yeah.
Well, let's go look at him here because I don't know that I have an answer to that.
I know PFF PFF is not pleased, even though he grades out of their grading scale.
PFF is hilarious. They'll give somebody a 98 PFF grade, and they're like, I don't know, this guy's kind of trash.
I'm just a little unsure.
I will maintain until the day I die. I'm going to maintain that the social media team over at PFF never looks at their grades ever and never talks to anybody who does the grading.
I think they're the most anti-PFF people. On social media, when somebody's like, "Oh, you actually believe PFF?" They probably work at PFF.
Yeah, they're just like, all right.
But only in they're only in
engage.
the social media team.
Let's engage for content. Let's go.
It's not like the people who do the grades are like, yeah, PFF sucks. It's the social media intern.
Oh, for sure.
Has never heard of a PFF grade. He's just like, yeah, no, I got hired to do some social media for football and stuff. I don't know. They keep wanting me to reference these PFF grades, but I don't know. Folks online are telling me that PFF is stupid, so
for sure,
I don't really want to use it.
So Key Tom, what do we think?
Well, obviously, all three of us love him. Shut up.
You went to the board, so I was wondering what was going on.
He's perfect across the board.
Okay,
there's no reason for him to be. There's no reason for him to be consensus 142. That's stupid.
What's funny is PFF has him 259, and it's just super fun to be able to go, oh, I can do this mock draft and not touch safety until the 7th round because he'll always be there.
Yeah, right.
So look at the guys who are ahead of Oladapo. You know how many I would take ahead of him? Jake, how many guys who are ahead of Oladapo do you think I would take ahead of him?
One.
It's two, and it's only because I'm
such Kinchins is one of them.
Well, Nubin would be the other guy. I would take Nubin ahead of him, but it's just those two.
Okay.
Oladapo is easily my safety 3, and who knows? By draft day, he might have moved up to safety 1.
He might I think Ryan's going to be right about this, but it's not going to be oh, he was picked in the 6th round. It's oh no, he is the pick at 88. Green Bay sitting here we see your consensus board. You're dumb. And just
dude, I am not even lying a little bit. If the Packers drafted Oladapo in the 1st round, I would say, wow, that's earlier than I thought he'd go. Glad we got him, though. That's it. That would be the extent of my reaction.
He's 6'2", 216, and I'm saying oh my gosh, he's diet Kyle Hamilton. They took him at 25. He's diet Kyle Hamilton. Oh my gosh. If they took him high.
Do I value Oladapo as a 1st round pick? No. Would I be disappointed if we took him at 25? Heck
this
no.
Is so funny. I love this.
The fact that he's safety 10 on this list is stupid.
We found the guy in this draft where it's like no matter what team he goes to, the cult following is going to be absurd.
Yep.
Jake, explain to me why he's consensus 142. Like, why? Better question. Why is he consensus anything lower than like 90? Why is he not third rounder earlier? Explain that to me.
I don't know. I think it's because, I think he had the big jump this year, didn't he? If I remember correctly, in terms of PFF stuff. Not to harp on this too much, obviously, but we want to make one more. JJ, make your pick while I'm talking about this as well. I think, but like, I feel like it was just like, oh, he jumped on the screen this past year, if I remember correctly, and so like, I think that everybody's gonna have like, oh, is this a one-year wonder conversation? The problem is like he was almost an 80 overall grade in 22, and so like, and the coverage has gotten better and better, and he's still traditionally more of a box type of safety. And it's like, oh, he's running his game into complete safety. I don't know what's wrong with him.
I mean, he's done everything.
I have no idea what's going on.
257 snaps in the slot this past year. He played everywhere, like basically equally. He can do everything. The only thing he's not is a corner. 18% missed tackle rate, which is fine. It's not that bad.
No, it's not. I see a 36 on there.
Passer rating allowed when targeted. That's fantastic.
Right. And like Kinchins is 118. And it's like, I like Kinchins. But like, this dude's checking all the boxes.
I'm actually starting to feel stupid for having Kinchins above him. Like, shouldn't Oladapo be safety 2 ahead of Kinchins?
He's safety 1. Let's knock it up. We're not going to move him up to 2. Just put him at 1.
Frankly, eventually. Tyler Newman has a 3.39 RAS.
Exactly.
And Catan has an 8.14. Like,
just a bit of a non-athlete up there at the top. Put the athlete up there.
I mean, this is one of those things where, like, in hindsight, you're going to look back and go, like, so why do we have these guys 1 and 2? And
it's like
Oladapo is 10.
Yeah, it's like Puka's. It's like Puka's 3 yards per route run against man coverage. It's like, hello, we're telling you who this guy is with all the data, and you don't care.
Speaking of, where the heck is yards per route run? I know I have it in here.
I'm gonna pick my guy, JJ. You can pick after I go.
Wait, no. Oh, I got Vikings. Dang it. No.
Yeah, I think you did. I
did get Vikings.
Go
ahead. Take your guy. That's fine.
Yes. That's what I'd like to hear. Jalen McMillan, please.
That's fine. I don't think Jalen McMillan's going to be a Packer, so that's fine.
He was on that little tiny list of yours. I don't know if you saw that. When you shrunk it to 3 names.
Yeah, because, in terms of guys who met the Packers' thresholds, that's it. But, I mean,
right there all along.
Ryan is the biggest hater of Packers' thresholds that ever existed, so don't even try and talk to him about that.
McMillan, real smooth, though. Went down the field a little bit. Yes. Oh, excellent. Productive early. Yes.
Ryan, I don't remember who you took with this pick.
What?
Oh, Oladapo.
We've been talking about him for 20 minutes.
I thought he was joking at first because that's why I stopped answering. I'm like, JJ's like, we only talked about him for 10 minutes.
I'm just stupid.
That's what Oladapo does.
I don't know.
It makes you forget where you're at. He's that good.
Maybe I'll punt. I'm not sure there's anybody.
I'll pick for you. I got somebody.
No, hang on. I said maybe. I said maybe. Hold on.
I've got the perfect guy right here.
No, just chill. Hang on. I'll tell you who I want. Who I want them to draft is Chop Robinson. That's what I want.
Linebacker 1 in the room. We ride.
Ooh, you know who else would be fun though? Michael Pratt. Like, listen.
I almost picked Sean, Michael Pratt.
But goodbye, Sean.
I just don't know how early you have to take Pratt. That's really the question I have. I just have no clue at all what the NFL thinks.
I think he's going to be no worse than a 3rd round pick because freaking Will Levis went in the 3rd round. So why would Michael Pratt fall further than that?
I agree.
Granted, it was the Titans who drafted Will Levis, so maybe that doesn't tell us very much. But
they also took Willis. They're doing a great job.
Yeah,
they're doing a phenomenal job up there.
I mean, maybe Michael Pratt would be like the final Infinity Stone of like completely mediocre backup quarterbacks.
Yeah, the mid-finity stones.
The mid-finity stone. I'm gonna punt. This is where I'm stopping my list. I'm not gonna.
Jermaine Burton. Got it. Cool. That's who you get.
I just don't see anybody else who. I mean, like maybe Chop.
Right, Chop.
Maybe I should just take Chop. I've drafted Chop every single time we ever done a draft.
Yeah, I know.
anyway.
Take Braylon Trice.
So anybody else?
Yeah, Braylon Trice. You love him.
Did somebody take AD Mitchell?
No.
Of course, he's consensus 29.
Yeah, they're gonna take him at 25.
No, that's not. No, 29 to 25 is not a Packer reach. 100 to 25, that's a Packer reach.
Audric Estime at 25. He's
Dude,
109 right there.
I don't think that Ryan could survive them drafting Audric Estime at 25.
But he's
This
20
poor man's heart
years old.
No, I would be done at that point.
Like, I'm finding a new team.
Yep.
You already took
This is
Jermaine
ludicrous.
Burton.
No, I tried to give you him.
Be a friggin' Raiders fan.
Oh, you didn't take Jermaine Burton? I'll take Jermaine Burton then.
Okay, that's what I had.
All right. That I think I feel good about that then. Okay. All right. So, Chris, this is none of your freaking business.
I have,
dude.
You know what, Chris? Sometimes I'm sure, sometimes I'm not.
Listen,
I can't believe
Don't
it's been
begrudge
90
us.
minutes.
don't begrudge us.
TBH.
Having a little bit of fun on here. All
I
right.
can't believe it's been 90 minutes.
We picked 5 people, Chris. That's what we did.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Essentially.
5, 6, 7, 8. So technically, we took 24 people. Each one of us took eight guys. Technically,
We're way ahead of where the draft
So
is
that's-
going to be on Thursday.
is
That's
much
all I'm
more
saying.
profitable.
Boom.
That's true. 90 minutes in NFL draft time.
Zero chance the Packers are picking at 8:30. Zero chance. Zero. Unless even if they trade it up, they're not picking it at 8:30. It's not happening.
All right, so Ryan, I think Jake and I are going to do at least like a 3-round real mock draft. Are you going to stay on for that, or are you going to hop off?
I'll do it. I'm here. Let's do it.
Yay. It's draft month.
All right, so if we're going to do, actually, if we're going to use the NFL mock draft simulator, will someone else stream that since it just doesn't want to work for me?
I think you use PFF, truthfully.
Just go ahead. Mix it up.
Yeah, I think we use PFF.
The other one is that Pro Football Network.
That's
one. You
true.
There's a
Do
lot
that.
of them. The Draft Buzz has one, and
That's true.
Wait, Draft Buzz has one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
I don't.
Mock draft. Let's try
Yeah.
that.
I
Mock
just
draft.
feel like the
with
consensus,
trades?
the mock draft database one makes it to where like I get my hopes up.
It's like
If that
playing
makes
on
sense.
rookie.
It kind of is, honestly. In PFF, you're kind of sitting there like, I have no clue who to take at 41 anymore. They took every player I
60
wanted.
seconds per round.
Nah, you want warp, I think.
Does it at least pause on our pick?
I would imagine.
I would hope so. Oh, you had your chance, idiot. Bye.
It gave you 5 milliseconds. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Oh, sick! Look at this
Oh, I know.
trade value
Rich
chart.
Hill,
Yeah, that's
Can you
super
see
cool.
Your trade value chart?
Yeah.
Harvard.
No, we're doing Rich Hill. I love Rich Hill.
No, I've seen some insane things on the Harvard one. It's kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Any objections to how I have this set up, or is this the right way to do it?
We're
No,
good.
I can't wait.
I'm just going to get rid of the comments here.
All right. I have no idea.
So
They didn't let us pick a team. Where do we pick a team?
you're supposed to. Wait.
Back
right
where
there.
you set everything up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Click
yeah,
on the
yeah,
team.
There you go.
So we're picking for the Vikings, right?
Yeah,
Nah.
we're sending 5 firsts to go get McCarthy.
Yeah,
No, we're
exactly.
trading up to 2 and taking Bo Nix. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh.
We decided that already.
Okay, yeah.
Man,
That's
we
gonna
got a lot
be
of ads
awesome.
on the site. All right, select for all teams. No. Simulator crib sheet. What? I don't know what that means. It just sounds like science fiction. Trades on. Sure, why not? Enter draft.
Sorry,
Okay.
they're gonna happen at warp speed anyway.
All right.
Start draft. There we go.
draft. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Packers have 4 trade offers. No, we're just gonna skip all this.
Reject all the trades. I want to pick.
I should have turned that off. Okay, so can I go first this time? I never go first.
Sure.
Oh, we're doing. Everybody's picking. Or are you just making the pick?
Well, we could just vote on who we want to take.
I
Want to do
thought
that?
that's what we were gonna do. Yeah, I felt like if we try to do 5 picks, 15, make 15 picks, we might be here a little while.
Yeah, that's fine. So
I think we just
so
try to-
everybody make a vote about who you want to pick. I
Okay.
guess. Is there any positions that anybody wants to look at specifically?
wide
who's available.
receiver. I'm just kidding.
Of course you do. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh man, is Malik Neighbors available at 25? He's not. Stupid draft.
Wait, was Brian Thomas still there?
He was.
Yeah, he is actually.
Yeah, he's there.
Oh boy.
JJ McCarthy is available at 25.
No,
We all three said we would take him at 25 if he's available.
I said Goody would take him at 25.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, then all four of us, except for Jake.
If you're on Goody's side, you're right. I'm the moron here. Yeah, that's who I'd pick. That's who I'd pick for sure.
Hey, look, the top ranked tight end, Cade Stover, is available. You want that, Jake? You excited?
No, I'll take Sinnott though.
Wait, Sinnott is your pick at 25?
No,
Oh.
No, mine's Fotanu for sure.
Your pick is Fatanu.
Yeah, that's what I would.
So
pick
Cooper DeJean, Ennis Rakestraw, Tyler Newbin are all available. TJ Tampa's available.
Yep.
Get out of my face with these linebackers. Oh, it's interesting that Chris Broswell ahead of Edger and Cooper. Now, Peyton Wilson, I think, is my linebacker 1 over Edger and Cooper. Let's see, Edge. This is the most important. So Chop Robinson is gone. I don't even want to draft anybody anymore. Just
Where did he
bring
go?
on the 2025 draft.
Where did he go?
I know we could take Darius Robinson and pretend that he's an edge.
No.
That's okay.
Oh wait, look at this. They have Darius Robinson dual listed as D line and
I
edge.
love that.
That's pretty cool.
That is kind of cool.
I like that.
because I agree.
Ryan, who are you interested in taking here at 25?
I'm trying to decide between Cooper DeJean and Kool-Aid.
That's fair.
Okay.
So half a vote each.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess I can throw my weight behind one of those two. Probably. Although Fatano. Now, Jake, where are we playing Fatano if we draft him?
Left tackle.
Why?
Boom.
I already have Zach Tom playing there.
Boom. But I don't. Boom. Left tackle.
So I guess I'm just gonna do the Iowa trifecta. I'm gonna throw my
think
weight
that
in with Cooper
makes sense.
DeJean.
Yeah, I don't think you could go. I think there were a few names you couldn't go wrong here. DeJean and McKinstry are definitely two of them.
Do it.
Man,
I just don't think Mims is their type at tackle.
they're not
gonna-
biggest Mims guy in the world.
Yeah, I think those are the three. To me, do you guys think they're gonna take? Do you think Barton would pick Barton at 25?
I mean,
Kind of borderline makes sense. I mean, the only thing against it is if we try to play the positional value thing, which obviously
Right.
doesn't hold up very well.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you look
They don't-
at massive position to need, the importance of offensive line, the flexibility he has across the offensive line, he feels like a Packers guy.
Yeah.
exhibits the scrapper mentality, tenaciously fighting for real estate and maintaining
Yeah.
block control. His football IQ and versatility shine, processing in-game dynamics seamlessly across multiple line positions. Let's get pros and weaknesses. As pros.
Arm length.
Arm length near the average could prompt a shift from
Hand
tackle to an
placement.
interior position. False. Don't buy that at all. The reverse is true. I don't want a long-armed tackle, but I'll take a short-armed. Or I mean, I don't want a long-armed guard, but I'll take a short-armed tackle. At times, exposes his framed power moves due to hand placement and stance nuances. Okay, we can coach him up out of that. That's not going to prevent me from taking him at 25. Vulnerable to sophisticated rush techniques, occasionally misjudging strike timing and positioning. Needs to fine-tune his blocking consistency, ensuring optimal use of his physical attributes against NFL caliber opponents. I think I probably would not take him at 25, but I'm not going to go as far as to say I don't think the Packers would.
I think
that's
it's a
more of a-
question of,
I wouldn't
for
do it.
me at least, with Green Bay, this could be wrong. My question is like, would they view him as somebody who can play tackle in a pinch?
Right.
And
If
the
they
answer is
do-
definitely yes.
If they do, then he's definitely in play.
Right.
If they do not,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't think that
That's
there's
all
anything,
it comes down to.
There's nothing you can look at on his profile and say, this dude can't play tackle if something happens to Zach Tom.
100%.
So, I mean, I guess the answer is yes, he's on their board for who they would consider taking at 25.
Yeah.
But how many guys do they have ahead of him? I would guess they have like at least 15 to 18 guys ahead of him. So how many of them fall to 25? So,
Yeah.
but we're taking Cooper DeJean.
Yeah. Which, like it.
All right. 3
the
trade
Jets.
offers. The Browns want us to move. I don't understand what this means. How are we?
Pick 22 in the second round. So 54, 85, 156, and 2 day threes next year. And McGuire?
And McGuire? I don't really want McGuire.
Yeah, get out of here.
You know what? I was considering it until you told me I'd have to take on Trash McGuire, and now I'm out. So,
Jeez. Mary Smith is still here.
So Mims is still here. Darius Robinson might be my pick, and I'm not playing him at edge. I mean, he's playing inside probably, but you know, the thing with Robinson is he's got a little bit of that like Carl Brooks flexibility to where you probably want him on the inside, but he absolutely can do some outside stuff. It's just a question of like how long is it going to take him to get tired. So my only thing is, would I take that type of player in the second round? Because I would definitely take him at some point, no question about it. I like him a lot as a defensive tackle. I'm kind of not there necessarily on Tyler Nubin. I'm out on
predictive. I think we're out on that.
I'm out on Coleman and Wilson.
I think Roman Wilson's a fine slot player, but I think you can handle that.
I'm not taking Edger and Cooper in the second round. I will say, somebody asked me the other day, like, why the Packers wouldn't take Edger and Cooper in the first round at 25, and they made a compelling case for it, and I hated it.
Damn you for making a good case.
And now I feel like that's who they are going to take, and I've been desperately trying to come to terms with it, and so far I haven't been able to. Like, I would maybe TJ Tampa is my pick at the second round.
I need to see O-line as a whole, I think.
Well, that's good because NFL Draft Buzz doesn't break it down any further than that.
Yep. I got mine already.
Ooh, wait a minute. Kingsley's here?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm changing my pick to Kingsley.
I think just because there is, I mean, he got guard reps at the Senior Bowl. He's 21. I think he just turned 21 years old. Young player, potentially ascending player. I'd be hard pressed to move off of that.
Well, I guess Kingsley's going to Hollywood.
Sweet.
All right, so with our second round pick, Mims is still on the board. Good thing we didn't take him in the first round.
Might as well, man.
I mean, at this point, I feel like Mims is great value.
Yes, he is. Exceptional value.
Ryan, are there any positions you want to see here?
See, Kyle wanted us to take Mims at 41, but we knew he was going to fall to 50.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we knew that.
So,
Ooh, Peyton Wilson is still here with a
second. Get on our level, bro.
Actually, Peyton Wilson, very tempting.
I think for me, it's Wilson, Haynes, or Mims.
In what order? Wait, which Wilson are you talking about? Roman Wilson?
No, Peyton Wilson.
Okay.
I already said you could get a slot a lot later than where Roman Wilson's ranked.
Listen, I would definitely take Roman Wilson in the 6th round.
There you go.
Definitely. If he's there in the 6th round, I would absolutely consider it.
Based on how this is going, he might be.
What about Corley?
Corley, I don't know how I feel about Corley yet. I haven't watched him at all. Watched 0 snaps of Malachi Corley. So
I will
can't
say,
tell you.
Let him take some snaps at running back when they're in shotgun.
Here we go.
I will tell you who I am a lot lower on than I was a few weeks ago is Braylon Trice. So I liked Braylon Trice a lot on paper. Started watching some of his stuff. I don't like him as much as I thought I did.
I loved Braylon Trice when he was 274 pounds.
Amen, Ryan. Amen. But
now I look at him and he's like, what is he weighing now? 240 or something stupid?
245.
It's like, come on, man.
That was I was devastated.
Yeah.
To see that.
I can't anymore. Like I watched that guy and I'm like, dude, at 274 with him moving like that, I love it. Yeah, now I watch him like, why you play like you're 274?
Yep.
So I don't know.
It's tough.
Oh, well, here.
Yeah.
Jake, question for you. Can Darius Robinson play one tech?
No, not at that size.
There you go, Joe.
Not at
Joe
that size.
Hewlen.
Yeah. Not at that size.
So we got Kaya wants to take us Mims, and he wants us to take Mims. He's stressed that we're considering taking Peyton Wilson.
I'll put my vote in last.
That almost feels patronizing. Not gonna lie. Because you want us dummies to say something first before you come in and tell us who this
because I think I put mine in for Kingsley first in the second round.
So I think I'm between Peyton Wilson and Kingsley Suamatia. Who did we take? We took
Kingsley Suamatia.
Oh, we did take him?
Yep. That's what I mean. I put my vote in quick for him. So
I don't remember anybody we took. Gotta be honest.
It's on the right side.
Oh yeah, Cooper DeJean and Kingsley. Oh yeah. Shoot. Yeah, I want probably Ryan, between Peyton Wilson and Amarius Mims, who would you take?
I mean, it almost feels like you're an idiot if you're not leaning Mims. Not necessarily because of how I feel about Mims, but just whenever you see a guy that's supposed to go like 15 fall this low, it's like...
Yeah, but don't forget that
I feel like I'm being...
Jason was the early first-round pick.
I know.
He's played like 4 snaps in the NFL ever.
I'm feeling the peer pressure of the draft community looking at me right now. Like, you're the dumbest person ever if you don't go Mims with this value, but I'm not huge on Peyton Wilson either.
Okay.
But then we did just get an offensive lineman, so...
It's true.
But we're not drafting for need.
But
we're
I will say...
draft the best
I get
player.
it. I get it.
I will say, Ryan, also...
So Cade Silver it is, right?
Out at tackle. You can find yourself an interior guy. There's a pretty talented one there. Still available.
Go to offensive line real quick.
My pick with our second round pick is Marshawn Nealand. That is definitely who I'm taking.
Yeah.
Oh, Jonah Ellis is here too. I'm taking Marshawn Nealand. This is my second round pick. That's my vote.
Okay. Can you go to O-line?
Yeah, I guess if you are done looking at Marshawn Nealand for some reason.
Well, I'm just hoping Nealand's gonna be there at 88. So yeah, and I think Coach put it in the chat. Suamatia can play guard as well, but he was pretty good player at right tackle.
I mean, you do feel pretty good, I guess, Suamatia and Mims. I mean, just from a Packer fan standpoint, wanting them to load up on offensive line, walking away with both of those guys.
I mean,
I think this is the first time in my life of being a Packers fan where I have no confidence at all in the offensive line. Like, I like 2 of our offensive linemen, period, and it's
a little scary.
And that's like, well, okay, I like 3 of them because I do like Rasheed Walker, but I feel like we can do so much better at left tackle than Rasheed Walker, even though I loved Rasheed Walker in the draft. But
that's why I
love Zach Tom
for Fatanu at 25 because I think you can get better there right away.
I love Zach Tom, and I have total confidence in Zach Tom, and I am like hoping and praying that 2023 was like this weird blip fluke year for Elton Jenkins, and he'll get back to being a good football player.
100%.
But that's it. Like, I finally have lost confidence after 3 years or whatever in Josh Myers. Like, I'm finally done with that. Sean Ryan doesn't appear like he knows how to play football. John Runyon somehow got paid and left after being bad somehow. Like, we don't have an offensive line. So, I tweeted a couple days ago, if the Packers spend all 11 picks on 11 offensive linemen, I think I could live with that. And I genuinely, that's not a joke. I think I could be fine with it.
Yeah, I think I'm warming up to Mims a little bit, so I'll just throw my vote that way.
I was gonna say Haynes actually because I think that gives you
Yeah.
just guard center versatility, right? Like he
Is
got snaps at center at the Senior Bowl, and I feel like he is getting better and better.
is Mims anything other than a right tackle?
He might be able to be a left tackle. There's a lot of athleticism in that big of an offensive
I
line.
think I got to stick with Mims then. If he could be right or left.
I think so, but I think Kingsley can as well.
Yeah, I mean, but that's still
also
not a
Kingsley
problem.
could-
I mean,
Kingsley
bringing
could
in
play
two
guard, I
guys.
think.
Yeah, you bring in two
So-
guys that have a legit shot at tackle, with Zach Tom having interior versatility and Sumatia having interior versatility. I just love the way that falls.
So, Jake, which name did you say you were going to go with? Christian Haynes?
Yeah, I was gonna put my vote in for Haynes, but I'm down to go.
That's
Mims for the offensive line. Oh, you're just
No,
gonna do the.
we're going to let ChatGPT pick one of these three names.
Perfect. Okay.
Marius Mims, Marshawn Nealon, or Christian Haynes. Do you want to swap anybody out for Christian Haynes,
Nope.
Jake?
Nope.
Okay,
Love
ready?
that guy.
Tails never fails.
Analyzing it.
It's taking this very seriously.
Oh!
Wow!
Heyo.
Look at that.
Told you Tails never fails, man.
All right, we're taking Mims. This dude had better be a Hall of Famer.
He's a second round pick. Chill.
No, because we're passing out Marshawn Nealon. Actually, he might be here at my next.
I think
pick.
he's gonna. He might be available.
Not
Just
in real
saying.
life. He won't be available, but
He won't be there at 25.
all right. So Cam, that was funny. I had an offensive line selected, and Cam Kitchens was there. So let's see, Cam Kitchens.
Just go to Edge.
Why do they
Just
want
go to Edge.
Cade Stover so early? What the
Go to
heck is
Edge.
this?
Go to Edge. See if he's there.
They really like Cade Stover.
Oh, he's not. That's a shame.
I told you.
What a shame.
Told you.
That's
and all the
okay.
good players are gone.
No, Cedric
Gray's
Gray.
there.
That's my vote. Thanks.
Tommy Two Thumbs is there. So for folks who are not
Cedric.
have not been watching Ohio State, so Tommy Eichenberg, the linebacker, broke both of his thumbs. I gotta hold him up here so you can actually see him over Joe's comment. So he broke both of his thumbs, and so he was playing with two clubs, one club on each hand, and so people started calling him Tommy No Thumbs, and then what's his name? Joel Klatt and Gus Johnson were commentating a game, and it was the first game they had commentated on since Tommy broke his thumbs. And so I think Gus Johnson was the one. He just started calling him Tommy Two Thumbs, and for some reason that stuck, even though he was the guy who had broken both of his thumbs. So it is a cooler name than Tommy No Thumbs, but I thought it was funny.
It's very, very mob bossy.
Yeah,
Tommy Two Thumbs.
Mm-hmm.
Look at here. Let me see it here. Can we blow this guy's face up? Look at this guy's face.
I love to. I don't remember where I saw it, or maybe it was the video that you posted, JJ, or what? But they were just talking about how he's just the guy just like grunts and stuff.
He's just like he is just your prototypical like Mike linebacker.
Yeah, he's just an angry, violent guy, which I appreciate.
He's like a meathead, but like a nice guy off the field, which is like exactly what you want in a linebacker. Like you get off.
I want McDuffie to be our weak side guy, Eichenberg to be our Mike, and then Quay to be our strong, and we're set.
Ooh, I could take that. I like Lufau, by the way.
Is that like
Do
an
either of you
Eichenberg
like
grunt that
Lufau?
you just did?
Yeah, that was Eichenberg right there.
Tommy, listen, for this game, you're gonna be playing Mike. Ooh. It's like what's the Tim Allen? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys like Lufau? I love Lufau.
I think he's solid. I think he's aggressive, which leads to some missed tackles here and there.
Look, he's a 7th round pick consensus for a reason. Like we don't have to poke holes in his game. Do you
My
like
vote-
him? Would you want him in Green Bay?
Sure. Yeah. We'll see why not.
Would you sign Steel Chambers as an undrafted free agent?
depends if I had my linebacker room, and I felt pretty good about it already by the time. And as somebody who consistently takes Cedric Gray and Jalen Ford in all of their mock drafts, I feel pretty good once that happens.
Ryan, you didn't answer. Do you like Lufau?
Sure.
Sure, he says.
I want my votes for Gray. I've already made my
your pick for our first third round pick is Cedric Gray?
Cedric Gray, no doubt about it.
Okay. Ryan, what positions do you want to look at?
Did you pick somebody or vote on somebody?
I didn't. I haven't found anybody I like yet. I haven't looked at the positions yet. Just letting you look.
Running back?
So running back, we get no. Audric Estime, no. Maybe and Isaac Rendo. Lauby's there.
Yes.
I would hope he's there at 88.
He is. Javon Baker. Oh, maybe. Jalen McMillan and Javon Baker. This is tough. I don't know who I like better between those guys. Tyrone Tracy, wide receiver. What?
He played wide receiver at Iowa.
Yeah, he played wide receiver, but he's entering the draft as a running back prospect, is he not?
This guy in Draft Buzz, which I credit him for doing so. He just says I like him best at position, whatever, and that's what he says about Tracy in the scouting report. Says I prefer him at wide receiver.
It's fun, but how many snaps at wide receiver is he going to play in the NFL?
I view him as Corley Light, if you would want him to be.
Corley Light?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't see why not.
What team is going to play him at wide receiver? The Saints? Probably the Saints would do it. Who else?
The wide receiver room. I present to you the wide receiver rooms of New England, Los Angeles Chargers, Arizona, the New York Giants, and
you're just listing crappy wide receiver rooms, not NFL teams that like doing creative stuff like that. Like if you're just listing crappy wide receiver rooms, then you're saying that he's not going to be a very good wide receiver.
Why is that?
Because if he's a good wide receiver, then why couldn't he play wide receiver at a team that has a good wide receiver room?
Well, what wide receiver room are you thinking of?
Well, I mean, obviously the first team I ever think about when it comes to the NFL draft is the Packers. 10 times out of 10.
Why do they need his skill set when they have Jaden Reed?
Why? I don't think he's a wide receiver. I think he's a running back.
Okay.
I feel like they had the potential to be an interesting conversation and ended up not being.
Well, we're almost at 2 hours.
That's true. So Zach Zinter is available.
It's very interesting. I'm just sleeping.
Yeah.
And not because of the conversation.
I'm sleepwalking here.
Hey, look, Kate Stover still available.
Ew.
Cam Kinchins, Mike Sanders still. Nobody. So, Jake, your pick is Cedric Gray?
Yes. Indeed.
Ryan, your pick is who?
Let me just take a look at the linebackers real quick. I want to see if there's somebody I like better than Cedric Gray. I don't know if... Oh, my good lord. Yeah, that's my pick.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Tommy's your pick at pick 3. So I don't really want either of those. I kind of wanted to go with one.
All right, so we're going to ChatGPT, baby.
Or the chat if you guys would like to vote.
There you go.
All right, chat. If you are faster, you got to have at least 3 votes for a guy before I type it in here.
I see a Sainer still vote.
That doesn't count. Got to be somebody we actually picked.
Oh, man. ChatGPT is... I enjoy it. Let's do it. I love it.
All right.
Put it to chance.
ChatGPT is thinking.
If it's... I knew it. I was gonna say I knew it. I was like, Ryan's got control of ChatGPT right now.
Bro, me and ChatGPT are tight. You don't even understand. I've been over here talking to ChatGPT.
This is great.
Yeah.
This is nonsensical.
ChatGPT is laughing as it's typing that.
Oh man.
Fair and unbiased. Yeah, I've heard that before.
Look at that. Our systems have detected. Oh, look. I wonder if that's
wait,
Ryan hacking
something's
my
broke.
chat.
I don't know. It's not working right now.
At 8:57 Central Time, there's maintenance. That's when they're down for maintenance. 8:57 to 9.
Y'all didn't know I was a cyborg.
All right, so we're taking Tommy Eichenberg, Tommy Two Thumbs here,
Yes.
and shut up, Ryan.
It's
All right, we
just
got one
basically
more vote.
my draft right now.
Arizona.
Cedric Gray went to Arizona.
I was gonna
One
vote
spot
for
ahead.
I was gonna vote for Gray again.
Oh man, dude, the robots just hate you.
That's why I wanted to draft on PFF.
Because I know PFF will do what I want.
Yeah, they listen to me.
So listen, I hate to do this, but we took Tommy Eichenberg. Cedric Gray is off the board. John Baker's sitting right here. All right. Jake, what positions do you want to
Quarterback.
Quarterback. He's just
Oh boy, there it is.
You want Spencer?
There it is.
No.
Spencer.
Can I see D-line instead? Yeah, I'm almost positive. Almost positive. My vote's going to be for Dwayne Carter.
Okay. Okay, sell me on Dwayne Carter.
I think he's better than quite a few players that are being drafted ahead of him right now.
That does not sway me. Tell me why he's a good player.
I don't got time for that. You can read this guy.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Tell me why you think he's a good player. Just give me one thing you like about him.
He's an exceptional run defender with the capability to disrupt.
No, I think he's a pocket disruptor through and through.
Sold.
He is just a pocket disruptor. Just head up on the guard or the center. He's driving him backwards 5 yards. Just a nightmare.
Okay.
On the interior.
My pick is still going to be Javon Baker. Ryan, what do you want to see?
I knew it.
Oh, man. Who are me and the robot going to pick this time?
So listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do. So you go ahead and think about it, and I'm going to do this. Pick one of these 5 names.
Wait, which
Javon
one is
Baker,
Ryan like, though?
Who did you say? Dwayne Carter?
Yeah.
Javon Baker, Dwayne Carter, and Ryan's pick. Ryan, go ahead. Who's your pick now?
I'm in.
Who's your pick?
All right.
Get ready to go ballistic, JJ.
Let's go. Pull up running back for me.
Okay.
I might have to go nuclear here and just go with
Estime?
No.
Estime.
No. The robot won't fall for that.
Oh my gosh.
You hate Estime, but you don't actually have a good reason for it. That's the problem.
No, he said I think he said take Lobby.
He is going to take obviously he's going to take Lobby. He would take Lobby in the second round.
I think we got to do it. This is the ultimate test.
Oh my gosh.
Lobby?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Listen.
My heart is racing right now.
Listen.
It's already over, so I don't know what we're procrastinating here.
Jake and I are going to leave this chat so fast.
It's already over. It's already done.
There's actually no way.
Analyzing. Oh, right.
All right, now you got to put all 3 of them without the 2. Now just do all 3 of them without the 2, without the repeating.
All right, fine.
Just
We will not cheat. We'll see.
Just to be fair, it's going to be Lobby.
The robot needs to prove now that it's not just picking mine because you accused it.
Yeah, it's going to though.
I can't.
Get ready. Stream's gonna end in 3, 2.
Wow.
John Baker. Everybody but. See what I'm saying? It
robot,
knew.
It knew
Now
we're on to it.
Yeah, if you can run that 9 times, it won't do Lobby because it's like, nope.
Oh, all right, bet. Do it.
Okay.
Do it again, JJ.
All right.
So the chat says we didn't tell it to pick randomly. Pick one of these 3 names at random.
Why are you putting it in caps? You didn't.
Sometimes you got to yell at it.
I do.
Yell at the random.
See,
Wow.
it won't do it.
Right. Why
You shouldn't have
did
accused it.
you
That's true.
pick Molly? He's the best one.
You moron.
I knew it. Sounds like Ryan has a clear.
Yeah, completely random. I don't know, bro. I'm just
Alrighty.
I'm just doing exactly what you said.
Man, that's so funny.
All right, so we're it took Jake's guy. Who was Jake's guy again?
Dwayne Carter.
Dwayne Carter. That's
Defensive
right.
tackle, Duke.
So there's our 3-round mock draft. Cooper DeJean, shut up. Kingsley Suamatia, Amarius Mims, Tommy Eichenberg, and Dwayne Carter. I will say there's no way in the world the Packers picked Tommy Eichenberg in the 3rd round. That's just not going to happen.
Clip that.
I'd be fine with him being on the team, but I'm just saying
Clip
I don't
that.
think they will take him in the 3rd
He's the
round.
guy.
I'm gonna go grab that clip when we're done here.
So listen, we're gonna hop off of here, and we're way over time, so we're not gonna do like a whole any final thoughts from anybody. We're not gonna do that,
Really?
but we are gonna do this, our most sacred tradition on this channel.
Oh, love it.
In the words of the late great Mr.
Yes.
Ed Policy, go Pack Go.